Hi everyone, it's nice to hear that someone likes my ramblings, so here goes. Anyway, I'm all glad that you have a little look at my videos. Today we're going to see a telephone which I remember back in the probably the 1960s when I first went over to the continent and visited Germany, where these were quite popular as office telephones. I remember parking up somewhere, it was raining cats and dogs as to say, and we took shelter in like a doorway of this office, and you could see these phones on the desks. Mainly I believe in grey like this one is. Anyhow, a bit of history. This is known as the, well, I've got it down as the M55 model, brought out in 1955. So this particular phone does go back quite a few years. About the same time there was, I think it's called a barrel type phone, which I haven't got an example of. I dearly like one, but we can't have everything we want, which has the dial on the side, and it's got a trommel dial. Anyhow, they're very similar to these, but let's concentrate on this model today. This is the designations FG TIST 282 by Siemens and Halske. Halske was one of the brains behind the Siemens company, and often associated with early telephones, the S and H being linked as a little name, SH. Anyhow, I'm digressing. Here is the bottom. You can see some of it's become a bit faint. You can see the model number. There's what I mean about the name. You can just see that S and H. Anyhow, let me show you what the phone. Those that don't know this phone, this is the shape of the plastic cover and the typical handset for this. This is all correct. I know sometimes these are sold with the wrong handsets, but this has got the right handset. The cord originally was like a pleated cord, but this one's got a curly cord. Now having a look at the innards, if you like. They're well made. I know I say this a lot, but this is certainly of sort of excellent German construction. What I notice first of all is the connections are bare wires. This, I understand, was to keep the cost down. No way would any of these wires short out because they're short lengths and direct contact to contact, so they're direct, so there's no way it'll short out. You've got your induction coil there. On the other side of this metal chassis, you've got the capacitor. The dial, which I'm not going to unscrew, is of very good quality. Typical of a lot of the other continental type dials. You've got your regulator. It is well made, smooth running. This is your earth button. Let's turn him over and have a little look what we got on the other side. We've got the two bells, the ringer, Very nice ring actually. It's single coil with the loudness controller. Your terminals are arranged down there. The wires have got a nice clamping arrangement to prevent them being pulled out. A lot of thought has gone into this particular phone. The bell's adjusted right to give that nice little ting. You can just see the dial through there. Anyhow, you've also got with this dial, you've got an added little refinement. You've got like a dust seal around the outside of the dial, which obviously prevents any dust getting between the dial and the case. Very smooth. You can dial without the phone skating across the table. So all in all, I'd say not a bad made phone. I think I showed you the handset. I believe these had an improved receiver as well of the time. And 1955 was a few years ago. I remember it well. I wasn't very old then, but at least I do remember it. I don't know what the year was I went to Germany. It must have been, I would think, the late 60s, would it have been? I don't know. I'm not very good at numbers. So there we are. I hope my ramblings have been accepted. Some of you like me rambling, others don't. So you take your pick. Anyhow, once again, many thanks for watching, and I will put this up on good old YouTube. Thank you again.